All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today's class, we're going to be jumping into the new paid ads portion within our KW command. My name is Morgan Heitzma, and through today's class, just know that if you have any questions at all, please feel free to use this chat box down below. I'm going to spend some time at the end of class here today to help address any of those questions that I may have missed. But just note that if you have any questions during our real-time training right here, please feel free to throw those into the chat box, and I'll be sure to kind of address them in real time. If you have any questions that we may need to kind of jump into your account and troubleshoot, just know that you can always reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com. I'm going to throw that email in the chat box down below for you. And also note that today's class is going to be recorded and can be found on our YouTube page. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in the chat box down below as well. Normally takes about 24 hours or so to upload and process, but you should be able to find this on that link down below. All right. Now, as we're taking a look here, this is the KW Command login page. We're going to be primarily focused within KW Command. We may travel over to Facebook for a little bit of tools and identifying where some resources are. But just note that the KW Command platform has the ability to set up as well as publish specific paid ads for you. So we're going to explore that here today. The link is going to be agent.kw.com. So again, if this is your very first time signing into KW Command, I'll throw that link in the chat box down below for you. Now, today's class, we're going to be using Scott's KW Command account, and we'll go ahead and sign in here. And once we get signed in, we should be taken to our KW homepage. And this is what our homepage kind of looks like right here. Where we find our paid ads are going to be clicking on the red KW square in the top left-hand corner and making our way over to campaigns here. It's going to look like a megaphone. Now, before we get too far into our campaigns here, we're going to want to take a look at some of our setup here. One of which consists of making sure that we link our Facebook and our social media to our KW command. So, and then the second portion is going to be actually creating that content within our designs here. So we'll be sure to do this as well before we send off our paid ads. Now, first and foremost, let's go ahead and click on our name on the top right-hand corner here. What this should do is this should bring us a drop down here. And within the drop down, you should see your settings option. Should be third from the bottom here. Giving our settings a click. On the right-hand side, you should see all of these third-party applications that if you're already currently utilizing these, you can go ahead and connect them with your KW command. You'll see Twitter here. You'll also see your Instagram and Facebook. Now, there's a couple caveats to this connection portion right here. So the first caveat is a couple months ago, this is where we would typically go to connect our paid ads as well as our scheduled posts. The difference between these, and as you see, you'll have two different Facebooks that you can connect, your Facebook post scheduling, as well as your Facebook ads manager. Your Facebook post scheduling will allow you to create, say, 10, 20, 30 pieces of marketing and schedule them out to post on your Facebook business page to look like you're always present online and always publishing content. Now, this is a free feature. This allows you to, again, publish posts to your internal business page, people who have already know about your business and who've already liked your page. This is where you can kind of keep front of mind for that. Now, scrolling down here a little bit lower, you'll see Facebook Ads Manager. And this is where we actually set up a payment method to target outside leads who are interested in our services but may not know about our business just yet. So this is where we would typically go to connect both of these. But over the last couple months, Facebook paid ads has had a facelift, and we actually connect this through our campaign section here. So first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and scroll down here a little bit further. You'll also see Instagram post scheduling. So again, to post to your internal business page, but you'll see that we don't quite have a Instagram ads manager on here. This will actually take place. The connection will take place within your Facebook business page. So as we're taking a look here, go ahead and connect all the social media platforms that you currently utilize that you would like to start publishing on. Now, again, in this case right here as well, I'd like to kind of take us over to our Facebook so we can see where our Instagram Ads Manager is connected as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my Facebook business, just my regular Facebook profile here. And then I can go ahead and click on pages, this orange flag right here, or I can click on this dotted square on the top right-hand corner and make my way to pages. Now, for those of you who have yet to create a Facebook business page, just note that on Friday, we're going to have a Build Your Brand, which teaches you how to kind of create your Facebook business page as well as get started publishing ads as well. So we're going to click on the orange flag. This will show all the business pages that I currently have connected to my personal account here. And for this demonstration, we're going to use Morgan's KW teaching samples. And the first thing that we note off is on the left-hand side that we have a couple grayed out options. And this just indicates that I'm still viewing this business page as my personal account. And I'm going to want to go ahead and switch my account to my business page in order to make some internal adjustments. So I'm going to click on Insights right here. It'll ask me if I want to switch to my business account. I'm going to click on Switch right here. And as we take a look, once I switch to my business account, you should have all of these left-hand options available for you. Again, we'll click on Insights one more time here. You'll have a new set of options. And within your insights, within your new set of options right here, you'll have two specific options that we're looking for. The first one is going to be page access. So if we scroll down here a little bit, you'll see right here, right underneath events, page access will allow you to view, if you belong to a team, which members are connected to your business page. We also recommend that that if you add individuals to a business page, that they at least be a admin credential or higher in terms of Facebook. So Facebook has a number of different designations, and you need to at least be an admin or higher in order to publish content to the business page. And that's why you need to be an admin in order to connect it to your command, because that's what we're doing. We're publishing this content here. So that's the first portion right here. The second portion is going to be a partner with access. This kind of lets you know that we do successfully have our Facebook connected within our KW Command's new paid ads. So this is just a indicator right here, campaign connect right here, community activity, messages and calls, insights, ads, content, permissions. So this is what your Facebook, this is what your command really needs in terms of connection to successfully run your ads in Facebook. And again, the administrator or admin credential should do the trick for you. Now, one final section over here, I'm going to back out. And then so we see page access, 3 below page access, 1, 2, 3 right here, you'll have linked accounts. And if we give this a click right here, this is where we actually go to connect our Instagram to our Facebook. And once we do this right here, then it'll automatically populate for us when we're ready to run paid ads through Instagram right here. So again, the connection is going to be within your Facebook business page. So once we just ensure that those connections have been properly set up, we can go ahead and continue onward. Just note, I don't quite have a Instagram or a Twitter, so I'm not going to quite focus too much on that. But we can go ahead and at least see where they're at within the paid ads to be able to publish these out. So scrolling up here a little bit more, one last thing that I wanted to mention on here is you do see that this has been moved. If we go to click to manage, you'll see that Ads Manager connections have recently moved. To connect an account, follow link to paid ad settings. And then you can just simply click this paid ad settings button right below that manage. This should also appear within your Twitter as well. If we scroll down here, Twitter Ads Manager, it'll say, unfortunately, we're no longer supporting Twitter ads. So one thing to keep in mind is we may not have the ability to publish those Twitter ads instead. Social posts can be posted though. So I'm just going to simply click on this paid ad settings button, and it's going to direct me over to where I need to go to connect my Facebook. Now, this may look like a brand new page here for you if we haven't jumped into the new command paid ads just yet. But this is where it'll direct you if you jump into your settings to click on that connect account. So you'll see I already have my account set up right here. I can go ahead and view my page details right here. I can unlink my Facebook page if I want to. Let's give this a refresh here. And then you see I got rid of my Facebook business page. Now, if I wanted to link up that business page again, I can go ahead and click on link a Facebook page. I can continue with Facebook here. Since I'm already connected into my Facebook account, it already pulled this in here for me, my personal account. And that's what we're looking for, because your personal account is what owns the business pages. It's kind of the grandfather of the business pages. Now right here, it's pretty straightforward. You need to switch over to Morgan to continue. That's fine, because right now I'm in my business account. So we'll just hit continue right here. We swapped over to our personal, and then it'll ask me if I want to reconnect, or if I want to use a different login altogether, I can simply do that as well. Log into another account here. And then last but not least, if my settings were a little bit messed up, I can edit my previous settings to include either some more business pages or less business pages. And once we're satisfied, we can just click on that reconnect button. It says Morgan Heitzma has been connected to campaigns in the connect. So I can click got it right here. And then again, it'll show me that Morgan's KW teaching samples. I can go ahead and connect this. Now, again, one last thing to mention right here, since I believe we have a little bit of time, just disconnecting it one more time and continuing with a Facebook right here, I can edit those previous settings. I can opt into some all my future business pages, or just opt into some current business pages. Again, this will be dependent on what you choose. If I opt into current pages only, you see that I can actually select a couple of options here. If I want my hobby page too, right? I can select both of these, and I can click continue and save right here. And then once I jump back over here into my KW command, you'll see now I have two different options that I can select for my business page. We're still only going to use the one right here, the teaching samples. But again, something to kind of keep in mind when you are kind of going through and setting up your connections, you should be able to kind of pull in a number of business pages or a specific business page. We'll go ahead and connect this again here. And there we go. And then again, we can also set this as a default, but I do know that if we go over here to our Facebook pages, I know Scott has his default page set right here, and that's perfectly fine. Again, you can just toggle this back and forth as you see fit. So that's kind of the connection within our Facebook here. That's also the connection between Instagram and Facebook for your paid ads as well. So again, a pretty big portion here. If you guys are running into issues with this, again, please feel free to reach out to us, support at scottleroymarketing.com, and we should be able to kind of help you along the way. Now, let's back out here really quick. I'm going to actually back out to, let's go agent.kw.com. Because I kind of want to help us find that location a little bit easier. Instead of having to go into the settings section over and over and over again, we can actually click on the red KW square in the top left-hand corner here. And then we can go ahead and click on campaigns. And this will kind of represent what we were used to previously. It'll still have most of those pages here for us, like our dashboard. We'll have We'll have our email section like we're used to as well as our direct mail and our social posts. The only thing that's a little bit different here is going to be our paid ads. And within our paid ads, you'll have a legacy. If we scroll all the way down, you can see all the past ads that we've published down below here in the old style, the old setup. And if we scroll up here a little bit more, we can click on Create Campaign and then simply click on Paid Ad. And this will take us to that page that we were just at, that new paid ads page. Now, really cool. So here within our new paid ads, and no worries, we're going to jump back and create some marketing here first, but let's kind of take a look to see what kind of paid ads this new section has for us. So as we take a look here, we have listing, multi-listing, non-listing, attract sellers, attract buyers. So that's the top row right here. The bottom row is recruit agents / branding, attract sellers, attract buyers, listing, attract sellers, attract buyers. So it may look like that there's some copies here, but as we start to kind of learn how these are set up a little bit more, let's kind of jump into this in a little bit more detail. So this first portion up top here with all these icons, this will actually let you know what. So the picture is an icon to show you what type of ad it is. So listing represents houses right here. A non-listing, just a standard ad. Maybe it's a open house, or maybe it's a client appreciation event. So that will just have that standard ad icon. And then sellers and buyers will look similar, but sellers will have the blue house with the hand, and buyers will have the hand with cash and in a green background. So that's how we kind of identify. So all the different listings, all the different homes. So there's a listing right here. Here's a buyer, here's a buyer, here's a buyer, and then here are the sellers. Going further a little bit more, right next to these icons will indicate where you're able to publish these ads. So this first entire row at the top here will only be able to publish ads through Facebook and Instagram. So as we see that right here, Facebook and Instagram. And then down here below as well, Facebook and Instagram. As we move forward here, you'll see some other kind of options. So the Google G is for your Google ads, right? So so your Google search engine, so to speak. So when you Google search a company, and it'll have those sponsored links, that's typically kind of what we're seeing right here, those Google search engine ads. Now, moving over here a little bit more, we already know what Facebook and Instagram means, but you also have this kind of triangle, or this A right here. This is another Google function. This is Google AdSense. And for anyone who kind of lands on a website, whenever you see those ads on the right-hand side, or down below in the banner, that's what these typically are. These are a way for you to kind of publish ads on sites that Google is reputable with, that those sites allow those Google AdSense ads. Hope that makes sense. So that's what we see right here on all these. So hopefully these kind of start to make a little bit more sense now. One last thing to note down below here, and this is super important, is let me zoom up here just a little bit for us. There we go. You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 different blue tabs down below in your first 4 ads right here. This indicates that these include that Facebook lead generation form, that automatic capture of lead information. So if you're using any of these right here, again, it's that use Facebook lead generation form button that we're used to previously. Now, for all these other tabs right here, all these orange kind of yellowish tabs right here, these only direct to a site or a landing page where these ads pretty much believe that there's a lead capture form on that site or landing page that you're directing them to. So something to keep in mind here. One thing also to note is the Facebook lead generation form, of course, is going to be within the Facebook and Instagram. There will be some sections like these 3 down below, these 2 right here, and this one right here, which unfortunately, again, will not have that. You'll have to direct them to a site or a landing page where they'll enter in their information, or will automatically have that lead capture ability. So, okay, cool. So now that we kind of see this right here, I may want to create a listing and a non-listing. So one for the holidays, maybe I have a trunk or treat that's coming up here soon, and maybe I have a listing that I want to promote here. So as we start to know what kind of marketing that we want to create, this will be a great time to kind of back out here. And then again, I'm going to click on the red KW square and I make my way over to designs here. Now within our designs on the top right-hand corner, all we need to do is create a design, click on that button there, and then find the social section. Since we're dealing with the paid ads, the social ads, this is going to be the category that we want to choose here. Now, as this loads up, I'm going to focus on a ad to get leads. I'm also going to focus on a social post to keep engagement with my Facebook group. So as we take a look here on the left-hand side, you'll see all of these sections here, all these different drop downs. You'll have lead generation, you'll have holiday, you'll have listings, buyers, or really whatever it is that you're looking for, they'll have it organized here on the left-hand side. I'm going to do a Halloween first and foremost, and we're going to choose October here just because Halloween's right around the corner. And I'm just going to choose this Happy Halloween image here that I'm going to post on my social media, again, just to kind of keep the holiday spirit alive. So again, they do a pretty good job of creating something that we don't really need to edit and alter too much. But if I feel a little bit creative, we'll wait for this to finish loading up here. If I feel a little creative, I may want to maybe change or adjust any of these letterings here. So say maybe I wanted a more of an orange. There we go. Maybe we can kind of change this over to an orange look. Now, again, it all depends on if the text was written all at once or if it was segmented out. This looks like it was segmented. And then this section also looks segmented. But this looks pretty good for now. It looks a little unique. Now, again, if you don't have the same list on your designs as I do, just note that we may have like a additional list for leadership, but just note that that you should have a big majority of this. If you go to holidays, you may be able to find it under there underneath the month. Secondly, right here, last but not least, I may want to change my DBA name. So on the left-hand side right here, I'm going to go ahead and click on images, and I'm going to click on my assets. And this should bring up all the headshots and the logos that I need. So the assets, the images, these are going to work for headshots. Let me go over to logos actually and drop a logo down here in the center. Perfect. Again, if I want to adjust the sizing, I can do so by clicking on these buttons right here. It also should kind of give me that center as well. One last thing is I like to kind of put a headshot here somewhere just so they know who is reaching out to them. I'm also going to click on frames on the center here. I'm going to click on this circle here, shrink it down, and then again, wherever you want to place that. Now I'll go ahead and click on images and then my assets. There we go. So we have a pretty good Happy Halloween post right here. I'm sure you guys can come up with a lot better content that I can right here. But again, it should be pretty easy and quick and kind of fun for you guys to create these. So now that we're done here, I'm going to hit File, Save. I'm also going to change this name so I can find it a little bit easier. And then I always like to download my content as well, just in case if there is a hiccup or a glitch. I'll go ahead and download that as well. All right, perfect. I'm just going to save this here. And now we have a nice holiday image. For us to post on our social media. So really cool. I'm going to back out here. I'm going to show you where to find that holiday as well, just so we can kind of see it a little bit easier. Let's back out here. There we go. So inside of designs, I'm going to click on create design right here. I'm going to click on social and then next. And then on the left-hand side, again, I may have a little bit more drop downs than you do, but it should be underneath your business basics. It should say holiday here, and then it should be segmented out per month. And depending on what month, like October, November, December, right here, you'll have like all these different things that you can just simply click use if you like the content and then adjust it. And then also keep in mind that there's full in-depth designs classes as well. So if I'm going a little bit too quickly on the designs portion, just know that there is a full class to kind of show you some tips and tricks on how to utilize these. Last but not least, I'm going to click a for sale ad right here. And again, it kind of filtered in some print, but what we're looking for is we're actually going to be looking for, oh, there we go. So you have social wide, social square, and social stories. These first three right here, these will be dependent on what kind of shape and layout you want your ad to look like. Social wide right here, it says that there's 34 templates. Leverage social wide format for use on Twitter, Facebook ads, and LinkedIn ads. Social square is going to be a little bit different. Social square is going to be a wide format used for Twitter, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads. Okay, and then your stories is going to be in that kind of like that portrait style ad right here. So it's going to look a little bit longer. And then again, these are best used for Instagram and Facebook stories. So, so again, depending on what you are using your ad for and which kind of template you like, I'm going to use a square one for now. I'll click on use right here. And then again, it brings in this nice looking template for us to kind of pull in our information and use that. So on the left-hand side right here, I'm actually going to click on KWLS. I'm going to type in a listing, 123 Main Street. Ah, gosh. Let's see if there's a snapshot instead that I may be able to pull in here. So I don't know if I have Scott's account info on hand. Let's see if I can try this one more time. Gosh. Okay, so I don't quite have that, but once you sign in, it should pull in that listing information here for you. Let me see if I can at least pull in a snapshot here for us. Gosh. All right. Well, in this case right here, what you can do is you can pull in a listing. While you pull in a listing, you can actually grab that image and drag it over top of here. And then as well as just kind of adjust this information. So maybe instead of 123 Spruce Road, maybe it's just Main Street, right? So now you can actually kind of adjust this and go through accordingly. Again, I wish I had a listing that I could pull through here so I can pull in an image, but again, not that big of a deal in terms of us being able to publish our ads today. So, so again, this will look great here for us. Let me go ahead and at least adjust the logo on the bottom right-hand corner here. There we go. Perfect. And then again, we'll hit file save, or we'll change the title, file save. And then again, for me, I like to download all my content here. Perfect. Now we have two pieces of content for us. We have one for our internal group of friends and clients that have already liked our business page, and then one for us to be able to target outside leads to hopefully capture their information and start nurturing them. So now we have two different, internal and external. So I'm going to back out here. There we go. And now that I have these two ads, let me refresh one more time. Well, we should have those two ads populate in right here. And again, if not, we at least downloaded them, right? Because that's, again, in the world of technology, anything could happen. So we at least have those pieces of content for us. Now, as we're taking a look, we'll click on the red KW square on the left-hand side here, and we're going to choose our campaigns. We're going to make our way back to our campaigns now that we have our content. And we'll go ahead and click on our create campaign here and then our paid ads. So again, remember, we have one paid ad, and now we have one scheduled post as well. So this is the paid ad portion. So we'll be able to send our for sale ad. So giving this a click right here, you have the option to add just a single image or video for your first listing. The second listing right here is multi-image. So if you have multiple images that you want to add to this, it'll carousel, but it'll still be that one listing. The third, multi-listing, this is for you to add multiple listings. So each image in the carousel will be a specific listing that you can showcase. And then last but not least, the non-listing, again, client appreciation event, open house, seminar, something that may not need a actual listing. So we're going to choose just a single listing here now. First and foremost, it's going to ask us which business page that we want connected. Since Scott was the default, it's going to automatically pull his up. But again, I can just simply toggle down and say, I actually want my teaching samples today. Scrolling down a little bit further here, it'll say listings. Add the listings that you want to promote because this is a listing ad here. So we'll click on our listings. First and foremost, we have to choose a column to filter on. So columns go first. So we're going to choose there we go, street address. And then right here, I'm just going to type 123 Main Street. And as this loads up right here, it'll populate all these 123 Main Streets. Just note that there may be some that are off market, some that are sold. Again, if you're not seeing your listing in here, just reach out to us. We may be able to kind of help push that back in here. But as we're taking a look, let's see this active listing, this active 123 Main Street. I'm going to choose this one right here. I'm going to click done. And what this does, this brings in that listing. It'll also populate that listing information here for us. So again, a beautiful new home in Seaside, just listed at $399. So again, I didn't put in that info, but it kind of took it from that listing and pre-populated it in here for me. Next below, this is going to be a targeting, and we used to be familiar with targeting based off of location as well as interest, like accountants, real estate investor, rentals, those sort of deals. We no longer have the ability to target based off of interest, but we do have the ability to target based off of your location. So right here, listing location, this is going to put the listing smack dab in the center. And then this is going to get a 15-mile target radius all the way up to a 50-mile target radius. Now, again, you also have a custom location. So if you actually want to showcase this listing in the next town over, you have the ability to do that as well. So a specific location and then that mile radius. Now, one thing to mention here is on the next page, when we go through duration and budget, I would strongly encourage your budget to coincide with your targeting. What I mean by that is if you have $100 for a 15-mile target radius, that's going to be quite a lot of funds to put in that 15-mile radius. If you have $100 for a 50-mile radius, that may be, a little bit less of a return because you're saturating so much of an area with the same amount of funds, if that makes sense. So be strategic when it comes to your mile radius and your budgeting, because these may work side by side. Now, scrolling down here, you have your media type, and we already created a listing ad within designs. But right here, I can go ahead and choose. I can upload an image. I can see all the images that are associated with the listing that I pulled in here. So say I wanted maybe this image instead. There we go. Or I can upload a video as well. So again, this will be from your media library. You'll have, again, any of these videos that you've created through your designs. You also have add new media as well, but I do believe that there is there may be a limitation to the size of video that you publish. In this case, we'll just simply choose image here. I can upload my custom image, and then you see how it says select from media library. So now we can actually go through here and we can select these images. And again, if it didn't have the image that we just created here, we can just add new media, and I can drag and drop it from my computer. So now that I have this in my computer, give this another minute here. There we go. Now we can go ahead and confirm and close. And now we can populate this ad instead of the listing images. So again, this will really depend on what you like to use. Again, I used a square image, so it kind of cut off some of these extra sides right here. But again, something to kind of keep in mind. Scrolling down here a little bit more, this is a cool new feature that we have. This is a AI ability to create these text content for you. So so as we take a look, beautiful new home in city, just listed at price. So so it kind of pre-populated this for us. If we're used to those functions that we had previously, all we have to do is click inside of the body text, and it should bring up those functions for us if we need them. So client first name, client last name, agent first name, anything that you want, street address. And again, we see that happening in real time where it pulled this listing information and it pre-populated the city and the price for it. Now, what else is really cool here in this body and text is, again, you have your emojis, which we're all kind of used to. There we go. But right next to it, you have this magical wand. And this magical wand is the new AI feature that you guys have access to. Now, keep in mind, you'll only have this on some of the paid ads that we're going to go through here. So you may not see this on every single new paid ad, but it should be on some of them for you. Giving this a click right here. This is that text that says, if we wanted to change the style into a more persuasive, more emotional, more artistic, practical. So here you can actually change the feeling of this text here, and it should adjust that accordingly for you. Additionally, you can suggest just AI create this text here, and then you can just kind of proof it. And if you like it, you can apply and move on. So if I suggest with AI right here, there we go. It says this rare opportunity won't last long. Own a cannabis dispensary in the heart of popular Seaside, Oregon, instead of an outlet mall with updated classy build out and great signage visibility. Least is $4,000 a month, valid retail license included. Don't miss out on. And it looks like it kind of ran out of room here, but again, really great way to be able to populate a whole sentence or a whole paragraph in here without you having to think about that content creation too much. You also have change style right here. So again, if I want this to be more vibrant, I can give that a click. And then again, it'll rearrange that paragraph for us to be able to kind of have a more vibrant appeal. So I'll hit apply right here. And there you go. And it updates up at the very top. So now they can actually see that full ad. And this is actually starting to turn out to look like a really nice ad here. So you also have your headline. Your headline's going to be right down below the bottom here. And this will be that clickable that they can click on to be directed to that site or landing page that you're going to take them to. So again, right now it's just street address. But again, if you wanted to click on some description, maybe I want to do a description instead. It should open up that description here for us. So you may want to again adjust this accordingly, but you have the ability to add this headline. This description has 505 characters, but you're only allotted about 125 here. So we may want to adjust this. This is a great location. Or click learn more to find more details. Sign up today for a walkthrough, really anything that you want to add right here. But this is going to be that bottom call to action title. All right, moving down here, we have our post lead submission. So basically, after they click on the ad, you're going to get a lead capture. We actually chose the lead capture one. So you're going to get an automatic lead capture sent to your KW command once they click on this. But after that, they're going to be directed to a specific site or landing page of your choice. Now, first and foremost, taking a look here, it says enter URL. So again, if you wanted to take them to your KW agent site, if you wanted to take them to a YouTube of a digital open house, if you wanted to send them to an Eventbrite, whatever it is, you have the ability to kind of just grab this link and then paste it right here. So you're going to redirect them wherever they need to go. Oops, I have two HTTPSs. So so that's how this will work. Just custom landing page URL right here. Next, you have a landing page option, and this section is pretty cool too, because for some of you who have already transitioned your KW agent sites to the new updated website right here. I know there's been some concern about being able to utilize the landing pages that you've had set up previously. Now, once you update your website, unfortunately, we're unable to see or edit any landing pages that we've created previously. However, we are still able to utilize these within your KW paid ads. So something to keep in mind is if you have an open house or a generic open house sign-in sheet that you use all the time, and you just changed your KW agent site to the new updated platform, you should still be able to utilize that landing page, that digital open house sign-in sheet within your landing page section right here. So something to keep in mind. I'll just kind of use this, enter a site or URL right here. And then down below right here, these two fantastic options. The moment this lead is captured, do you want them tagged with something specific? And do you want them added to a specific smart plan? So if this is a for sale and somebody's interested in buying, I may want to automatically send them to a buyer smart plan and tag them as a Facebook buyer. So we have that ability here. We'll choose Disney for now, and we'll choose monthly call plan. So again, the moment they're captured, they're already going to be set up and well on their way to be touched and contacted and engaged with. Next, we have our compliance down right here. And again, we see that at the very bottom right here. So you can adjust that to don't include the ownership statement. Again, if you have that already integrated into your ad here, or a custom thing altogether, custom DBA. Now, in this case right here, looks like this character. There we go. We're missing one. We're over by one character. So everything looks pretty good for this one ad right here. So at the very bottom, you're going to proceed to the last step, and this is going to be page 2 for you. So page 2 of 2. Here, let's actually do a default here. There we go. And then we'll proceed to the last step. What is our last error? There we go. We just punch in an area code for custom location. Well, actually, I'm going to do the listing location right here. So we'll do listing location, and that should be about it for us. So this is the second page right here. This is all about your ad spend and your duration of your ad. So so the first thing right here is how long would you like this ad to run for? The first thing before we set up our duration, just keep in mind it takes about 24 to 48 hours for this to become active. So because once you submit it, it's going to need to be sent over to Facebook. Facebook's going to need to review it, and then it's going to publish it. So think of that back end time as about 24 to 48 hours. So for me, I would not start an ad the same day that I would create it. I may start it tomorrow or the next day to be sure. So in this case, we'll start on the 25th or maybe the 26th because again, better safe than sorry. Now the end date right here, this is really dependent on you and your business and how you like to set up things. There's no right or wrong answer. However, I would personally say that around maybe a 3 to 5 to 7 day ad is probably going to be the best in terms of being able to micromanage what's happening with that ad. So the best way that I can say it is day one, you may not get too many leads. Day two, some may start to trickle in. Day three, a bulk load of your leads may start to come through. Day four, it may start to fizzle down. And day five, it may start to drop off. So that's how I kind of like to think of running my ads. Again, if it's a really good ad, I may run it for 7 days. If it's an ad that really hasn't been yielding too much for me, I may just cap it at a 3 day. So something to keep in mind. Again, it's your prerogative, right? However you want to set up your duration. But again, keep in mind that your budget's going to play into your duration as well as your radius, your targeting radius. So in my case right here, if I'm only running an ad for 3 days and it's only like a 20-mile radius, I mean, $10 a day, that's freaking fantastic. Hopefully I'll saturate that area enough that I'll be collecting more leads, right? So the best that I've seen in terms of people claiming leads is like, gosh, I can't remember. It's like $1.40 a lead. So so if you and again, it all depends on the content that you create, who you're targeting to, the specific area. So it all depends. But in this case right here, if I'm doing a 3 day ad, I may not do a $50 budget right here. I may do maybe like maybe like a $20 or $25 budget. There you go. Daily spend of $5. That's okay. Now, as we scroll down here a little bit further, and again, my radius is only about a 15-mile radius as well. So again, very small here. Now we'll enter in our credit card information, any kind of promo code. If you guys have collected any promo codes through, like say Mega Camp, Family Reunion, anything of that sort. And then now we can go ahead and hit the purchase now button. So this would be a standard ad that we would go ahead and create here. So I do have about 5 more minutes left, and I'd love to be able to run through some of these Google ads as well. So I'm going to jump back over here. I'm going to hit my dashboards again, and jumping back in here, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these two right here. So when it comes to Google ads right here, so you only have Google ads for attract sellers and attract buyers. So you don't really have anything for listings right here. So in this case, I'll go ahead and attract buyers. And in this case, I'll go ahead and enter in a zip code. There we go. And once you entered in that zip code, you see, so targeting, this is going to be whoever's in that location when they Google search something, right? So you'll start to see this ad start to populate through if we were, say, going to a search engine, Google search engine. So destination URL, if anybody clicks on this ad, where do you want it to take them to? Probably your KW agent site. And as we're giving a click right here, you also have that landing page as well. So if you create that fantastic landing page, you can adjust it. You can select it right here. And then next you have additional keywords, right? So what are the things that these individuals are typing into the Google search engine that is going to populate your ad, right? Your information. Again, is it going to be I need to buy a house? Is it purchase, or is it sell home? Is it again, rental? So again, you can go ahead and enter in these additional keywords, and then any negative keywords as well. Again, this will be previews shown here are examples and do not include all possible formats. And then again, you have expert level experience, marketing, no experience required, and you're in control. You can cancel anytime. Once you're happy with this right here, it's very minimal pieces of content here for us. So all we need to do is place the zip code of where people are going to be searching from, the landing page that you want to direct them to, or URL, and then any kind of keywords that they are going to be plugging in to get to this ad. And then next right here, monthly budget is going to be a little bit more intense over here. So again, thinking Google search. So you have your start date right here. Again, please keep in mind that it does take that 24, 48 hours. And then right down below here, you'll see this monthly budget right here. So it goes from $250 all the way up to, $2,500. So again, we suggest running Google search as longer to develop the quality and leads. This is going to be a little bit different than your Facebook here. So right here, the longer that ad is there, the more reputable or established it becomes. So so that's your Google ads right here. Let's see if I can do one more here for us. And then so we have our and then anything for renters on your paid ads. You may have to do a non-listing because I don't quite see any kind of renters. But taking a look at our last AdSense right here, a great example, if you were to create a website on sites.google.com, you should have the ability to apply a Google AdSense. So anyone who goes to your site will see just a generic ad, right? And you can collect money from that. The same sort of situation here, but only you're going to be the one who actually showcases that specific ad. You're not going to be the one placing it on your site. So right here, when it comes to your, let's back out here really quick. Oh yeah, so when we go to our the Google AdSense, you may have the option to toggle. Do you want this to be a Facebook ad, or do you want this to be a Google ad? And then again, if we move over to the Google ad right here, we can start to see what this looks like. So again, first and foremost, we'll choose a listing here, column filters on. I'll just do a street address, 123 Main Street. All right, we'll select one with an image here. There we go. And taking a look at this right here, it'll pre-populate that ad for us again, so we can kind of see what that looks like in real time here. Again, it'll do the same sort of thing for your listing location. Where do you want to target that radius? And then your custom location right here. As we scroll down a little bit more, you do still have that magic wand right here. But in our last ad, we did not. I kind of skipped through that, but we didn't really have the ability to create a body text. Now scrolling back down here a little bit further, we have the last two options that seem kind of familiar for us now, which is the enter site or landing page, right? So we'll go ahead and re-enter this in. And then you have that DBA logo where you want that small little KW right here, and each office is independently owned and operated. So again, if you wanted to include or not include that, or use a custom one. But I think in this case right here, we've submitted everything. We'll go ahead and proceed to the last step right here. And then again, right here, you have a total budget of $4 all the way up to $800. And then again, you still have your duration and budget, still recommend 24 to 48 hours. And then you have your billing. So that's pretty much the paid ads portion here for you guys. I hope I didn't go too quick on these last few minutes, but again, as we start to dive in and explore these a little bit further, they should help us. As we they should be a little bit easier as we navigate through. Before we end here today, once you publish these ads, they're going to be located in these little things called programs. You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different drop downs here on the left hand side. If we give these all a click, each one of them will have a section called programs in them. So this will be where we actually go to view that ad that is currently active. And then I'm not sure if I have an active ad currently, but right down below, we'll give you that list of any kind of captured leads as well. So that'll be about it for me today. Again, thank you guys so much. If you have any additional questions, I'll be sure to stay for a few minutes at the end of class here today. And again, this class is going to be housed on our YouTube page, should be uploaded today. And then again, any questions you have from now until then, please feel free to reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com. Have a fantastic day, you guys.